Let's see how Aereo is doing. Hello everyone, it's SK95. Welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles 6 Definitive Edition. Last time, we managed to go ahead and defeat Alex once and for all, stopping him in his tracks and no longer causing differences between the Xenos and our own race. This time, we're gonna be talking to Aereo over here. We haven't talked to her in a long time, and the mission's only available after you manage to complete all the other prerequisite missions. So, let us go. You're back. I've been waiting. What? Surprised to see you have a criminal with a record of trickery. Bleh. Criminal with a record of trickery come to see you all on her own. Lara Nara said he'd let me go free if I came and talked to you, so here I am. Makes sense to me. I have no idea what my next move is after turning onto the ganglion. Do you? It's better for you to find that answer for yourself. Myself? You'd be right. We Definians have lived all this while devoid of our own will, following orders blindly. We deceived others without a thought and have taken countless lives. I am to walk a new path. It must be as you do. I must decide my own destination and see myself there. There is one task before me which takes precedence over all others. I must free my sisters from their loathsome mission. Will you help me? You're the only one in this city who knows who I truly am. I can turn to no one else. Fortun is coming topside. This could be our chance. Good Fortun! For the sake of Aereo's sisters, rescue Fortun from the Definian platoon. This mission is interesting. To actually access this mission, you need to do the following. Complete Chapter 10, beat the Blanto Hill attack, which is Attack on Blanto Hills, finish the entire questline of Rites of Ruin, and complete the entire questline of Alex's Last Stand. After you get all that done, this mission is available to you. So, let's go. I have deceived you time and time again. And still, you would help me. Thank you. I feel like I understand why Lara Nara sent me to speak to you. Let's have some information about Fortun. The Sage Fortun has given us our orders since ancient times, though I have never seen her in person. She is being transported across Sylvium right now, guarded by my sisters. If we can take her out, we may be able to free them from bondage. Please find that Definian squad and take Fortun from them. So, let us go to Sylvium in order to get something done. There's a lot of other prerequisite missions we have still left. Unfortunately, it's going to take a while before we can actually get those done. So let's continue on. Go to Sylvium. We are here in Sylvium. 412 is where you want to go to get the closest skip travel point for this. Now, outright speaking, as you see, there are dryads, a lot of other enemies around here. You can technically avoid them by just, you know, getting to the quest marker, because actually, you will be able to avoid it. It's pretty easy to do, and honestly, I find no trouble whatsoever. So, as you can see, we are seeing everything going on, and we are hearing earthquakes and whatnot, but not really what we need to deal with. It's honestly not exactly what's necessary. Although, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get targeted by, yep.
Then bring it.
But I'm going to ignore them for now and head over to the quest line we need to get to. Hey, Fortun. What is Fortun, you may wonder? Well, it's not a person per se. Here to come the lesser organisms. You will kneel before the glory of our queen. What queen? You come all this way without knowing anything? Then you will die in ignorance. Fortun commands it. What I said, King, I will never know. Anyway, these guys are not exactly difficult to fight on their first trip here, and believe me, they will not exactly have trouble with this guy. Let's continue on and keep spinning around. All right, that's perfect. All right, let's now do this offensive stance and then keep swinging. All right, all done here. Garter Subduer. And there are no more Definians around a certain orb. This orb is actually Fortun. Yes, I am not kidding. It's not a person, it's a machine.
Fool.
You will not touch me with those filthy hands. I am Fortun, the queen of the Definians and keeper of the galaxy's wisdom since time immemorial. You will act as befits of lesser being in my presence. All right, sure. It seems you are at least capable of some form of intelligent thought. Then I will not resist for now. Take me where you will. Truthfully, it matters not. In time, you will know death at the hands of my daughters. Well, that's it for that. We're already done. Ironically enough, there's not much to do. All you gotta do is go back to where she's located, back in the Central Industrial District. Let's go back to Aereo. And we're back in New LA. Just a warning for all of you, the quest mission is not going to continue until after Chapter 11 and 12. So yeah, it's going to be a while before this mission actually continues. Let's go to Aereo and see what she has to say. I feel her. You have brought Fortun here. So that is what has ruled over us as queen and mother all these years. For all the crimes she forced upon us, I can't help but feel a nostalgic warmth. What will you do now? Analyze the data? First and foremost, my sisters are far too merciful to pin down unless I have an absolute grasp of all the Defiants. I think it's time for a long talk with Mother here. And when I'm done, I will stop my sisters from doing any more evil, no matter what it takes. Good Fortun is done. Looks nothing like the other Defiants, though. That is it for an energy clip. Now then, we have actual reason to see that Fortun is now right here.
Fool.
I'm sure my daughters are quite busy hunting down and murdering those responsible for my abduction. You'd be wise to watch your own back. My daughters can be disguised as anyone. In fact, it's entirely possible that one of your most trusted and beloved companions has already been replaced by one of them. How you must regret what you have done. But alas, the die has been cast. All of you and that traitor Aereo can now is enjoy what little life you have left. Somebody's bitter. Let's see what Aereo has to say after that.
What is this?
I'll continue to research the data from my mother. Apparently, this tiny orb contains all the information in the universe. Merely locating the information about Defiants will likely prove quite time-consuming. But I intend to find the key to stopping the trouble my sisters are causing. And when that day comes, I'll be counting on your support. With you at my side, I know I can stand up against even my own sisters. That is all it for that one, as you see. Fortun is now in LA. You won't worry about them for now. We still have more ground to cover for the mission series, but you will not be seeing anything for a while, believe me. And there's no way I'm ending the episode off there, don't worry. Let's talk to Enrai over here. Hey there, nice to meet you. I've heard all the stories, and I have to say, you sound quite like the busy bee. Oh, and I don't begrudge you that success, of course. I'm just hoping you might throw a little of your famous assistance my way. See, my team is understaffed. Woefully understaffed. But everyone keeps telling me to view it as a challenge or a passive growth. Or something. But when even the simplest of jobs are out of my reach, just putting food on the table is a teeny bit more important than wacky dreams of self-improvement. Anyway, I'd be really grateful for your support. What's going on? Oh, thank you. We have to split the reward money between us, but just name your cut and I'll do my best to see that you get it. For the moment, just keeping my team together is my top priority. Look, I'm mortified to put you on the spot like this. I'm not the type of guy who is generally given to relying on the sympathy of others, you know? But thanks to the chance to explain my situation. Anyway, I need your help in checking out a data probe over in Sylvia. It was a short while back and though it's since been repaired, the cause of the destruction was never actually determined. Those probes are the lifeblood of the Pathfinders, and the data from one of those in Sylvium is essential for gathering information about Koldros. Under normal circumstances, our priority would have been to head out there, figure out what happened, and make sure it doesn't happen again. But then the massive Ganglia war machine appeared, and priorities, well, they shifted, which I totally get. So the investigation was postponed for a while, but now that we're finally ready to move forward with it, the other teams we partner with have blacked out. And there's no way my team can take on a task of this size by our lonesome. Oh, and there was also rumors flying around that Ganglion are the blame for the data probe's destruction, which doesn't exactly make folks sleep up for help. So, yeah. This mission is kind of dangerous, but you're pretty much the only one I can ask for help at this point. So if I haven't figured you off yet, I'll head out to Sylvium and figure out what destroyed that data probe. I'm counting on you, heck, we all are. This mission gives you an Assault Series promo figure. Let's go and get this out of the way. Let's track it down. Let's go to Sylvium again. Yes, we're going back to Sylvium a lot. Now, there are certain missions I have to wait a while before I can actually complete them, mainly because we have Frontier Nav nonsense. Yes, indeed. Not fun. Also, why am I here? I go back to Delusion's North Summit. What am I doing over here? Unfortunately, skip traveling has the same flaws that it usually has, as I need to actually make sure I'm actually at the top layer so I can actually get up to there. Now, the reason I say Sylvium is going to be a pain in the neck is I have all the pro placement sites. I don't have to worry about them. I've also messed with the Frontier Navs, so that way I can get a lot of money and a lot of Meridium all in one go, so we don't exactly have to worry about things like that. Now, I'm not going to worry about actually using the skull for this, mostly because I want to save the fuel for a bit. Reason being is also we're really close to reaching level 50, which is actually the plane we wanted to get. This is why I was holding off till chapter 11. The reason I was holding off so much for chapter 11 is the fact I want to reach level 50. The level 50 skills are only available after you yourself reach level 50. Let's go ahead and collect the item. Something appeared. Animal fur? Could I ask you to describe it? I see, and it's also covered in blood stains. Well, there's mostly a guess, but I think the fur might have belonged to a cunning sleuth, which is native to the Delusion Mountains. A cunning sleuth has been spotted in the southern parts of the Delusion Mountains. It's a pretty gentle creature by nature, but... yeah, maybe you want to check it out just in case. If it has become aggressive, I need to take an appropriate measures. Measures for the safety of future Pathfinders in the area. For now, let's see about us tracing a connection to the storage data probe. If any, sounds good? Good. So, this one has a little bit of a difference. Technically speaking, no matter what, both objectives have to be required for this, and we have to go to the south in the mountains. Now, big warning. There is a tyrant on these mountains. Just try to avoid it as much as possible. Otherwise, you're going to get yourself smacked and killed very, very, very easily. Believe me, I've had it happen way too many times. So, beyond that, though, the best thing you can really do about this mission is just try to target the enemy that you need to take care of, and if you have overdrive ready, immediately blitz it as much as possible. They will be fighting together, so you won't have to worry about them too much. They're technically supposed to fight each other, but since Xenoblade Chronicles logic works, you're basically targeted by both of them. Does not matter which one. So, yeah, not the most fun thing in the world. If you really want to worry about it, I recommend actually just going ahead and just, trying to avoid the pathway of the dang slowups, so that way you don't have to worry about them too much. The big guy over there is pretty much the main thing you want to avoid as much as possible, and they are both fighting each other. The tyrant also is nearby, so let's keep an eye out. Unfortunately, these guys are quite big, so I have to go back to NLA to get my skills, which is not fun. Return back of the skulls. Thank goodness, we're gonna need them for this. You're gonna have to make sure everyone's in your skull for this, and there is these guys fighting right now. I would worry about the big guy, but they're, technically speaking, literally in front of them. So all you gotta do is wait for him to move, because as you see, level 58 is basically impossible. And Zillium the Trumpiant, or rather, Triumphant, is pretty much the main thing you want to avoid fighting in this area. Believe me. If you really want to avoid him, all you gotta do is fly up, avoid him like the plague, and then immediately hang to the other side, and then go down. That way you're in the middle of this, and that way you have to worry about them down more. Yeah, it's not the most fun in the world to waste your time on this, and you're going to have to be careful. Let's approach. Wait, what? Shut the front door. Two sleuths are fighting each other? It's supposed to look like a territory dispute, judging from the circumstances. Wait a second. Hey, wait a second. The database suffered collateral damage as a result of their scuffles. I mean, that would explain why only a single probe was destroyed for no apparent reason, right? Well, if you don't want it to happen again, I guess we have to take appropriate measures. Normally I suggest we find the one who is approaching the other's territory and deal with it that way, but there's not really a way to know that. So I guess you have to hunt them both down. Sucks, I know. Sorry about that. I feel bad about mucking the ecosystem like this, but we don't have a choice. We don't really have a choice. And I know you may have your own reservations, but I still trust you to handle it. No choice, you have to kill them both, no matter what. And unfortunately, this guy also spawns in. You gotta be careful. Wait until they move and let the actual slave out of the way, because unfortunately, that tyrant is making things a little bit more awkward and annoying. Thanks, tyrant. It's really helpful how you decide to show up. I really do not necessarily need this, and honestly, it's probably the worst thing about this dang mission. Unfortunately, the Tyrant will not stop spawning in no matter what, and it's not fun for me. Let's go ahead and target. I want to target your back, because that's where the weak point is located. Now, it seems to be far enough to actually target the back. Let's go after cutting first. There we go. And hello, back again, sucker. All right, there we go. Hello. All right, got some damage output, and as you see, the back's almost broken. Once the weak point's exposed, these guys are actually easy to take down. Although, to be fair, though, a level 50 skill would be a little bit more manageable to do. Range accuracy increase, and then afterwards, I'm going to use shield cloak in order to boost my offensive damage. And then afterwards, use blown shot from the back so we can deal some more damage. Honestly, it's actually pretty good. Okay. Thanks to this weak point is now exposed, I can now finally start attacking it repeatedly. All right, there we go. 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 The weak point is now exposed, so we can start dealing a lot of damage to this. Honestly, it's really good that we're doing a lot of hits. And let's go and use Phoenix Wing. We're going to thoroughly hit everything around us, but it's fine. All right. Bigger enemies technically take less hits, more hits to take down, and it's not good, but what can you do about it? Nothing I can really do about it. Honestly, I don't like it either. Let's next guy. I'm just keeping an eye on where the Slogos are located, because, man, they're not good. Okay, there we go. Divine Liquor is being targeted. Unfortunately, I can't really do much about it because it's literally getting in my way. Thanks, idiot. There we go, there we go, there we go. Let's just kill you so I don't have to deal with you anymore. Please die. Thank you. Leveled up to play captain. There we go. Hello, bozo. Let's go after our body parts and go after the dang back. There we go. And now I can finally start targeting the back. Unfortunately, somebody decided to be funny and miss repeatedly. Thanks a lot. There we go. Keep targeting this. There we go. And then, boom. Oh, I hate when you do that. Daunting Salute should be almost down now. And out. There we go. Advanced Silver Knife. All right, that's all we get. And there is an enemy nearby, but I have no reason to go for it. Let's go ahead and actually, you know what? I might as well just try to go for it while we're here. Get out of here, Diamond Liquor. Not even remotely hard to kill. Honestly, these guys are easy to take down once you break body parts. And do this again. All right, a lot of hits going. I usually don't worry about my fuel consumption because if you close the game and save, honestly, it's easy to get your fuel back. All right, there we go. I just want this probe out of the way, and I want this dang refinery out of the way. Great. More battle points is also good to get, so let's go ahead and leave and head back and give him the good news again, because I'm pretty sure he would like to. Erno would like to know what's going on now. We are back in NLA. Let's tell him the good news. After all, that's all he was looking forward to. And Ral, hello, hello, hello.
Oh,
Welcome back. I'm glad to see you're in one piece. In some ways, you're up against even worse than the Ganglion its time. A device designed to grant us the understanding of Mira's nature was destroyed by that very same nature. Yet we keep rejecting the natural order and instead persist in our own selfish agendas. Sorry about that. I'm the one who threw all this onto you. I'm the last one you should be preaching about. The intentions did feel a little bit terrible. Yeah, I suppose anything I could have said would amount to a little more than self-serving excuse, huh? But still, I can't hold you responsible. You did your job, and I have no intentions of judging you for it. You were a total pro out there, doing what you had to be done, no matter how unpleasant. When we first met, I told you I didn't begrudge you for your success, remember? Well, it turns out that might not exactly be true. Being understaffed left me unable to do my job. I felt frustrated from spinning my wheels, and I got better. Out of envy, I suppose. It's just more proof that I have a lot more growing to do. Hey, hell, maybe I should view these staffing problems as some kind of challenge to overcome. At the very least, it might help me open up to this narrow mind of mine. So from now on, my team and I will strive to do just that. I owe you a debt, I think. It was my own immaturity that brought the debt about. I'll remember that in the future. Eventually, I'll repay you, and maybe even become a blade that I can be proud of. Until then, be well. Turf War was now stopped entirely, and now it's done. Unfortunately, we had to kill them, but it's unfortunately the case. We have reached level 50. Thankful to all that, we can now finally get access to the better skills. In fact, we have a lot of money saved up, but it's not the money I want to get for skills. When you reach level 50, including this, If you go back to the AM Armory, Arm's manufacturer actually does have something for you for new skills and developments. As you see, there's a lot of no skills left. Level 30 skills not available yet. Yeah, that's gonna take a while to do this. Unfortunately, new skills are not available until after Chapter 11, so it's a little bit annoying. Thankfully, though, we can still buy the new ones. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of a caveat. As you can see, money-wise, these things literally cost a lot. You are not going to buy them easily. At best, you likely can buy the better lowest light skulls for some party members, but beyond that, though, you will not be able to afford all of them and all the weapons. Thankfully, though, we found a lot of weapons outright speaking, but we will not be able to afford them for quite a while. In fact, it's going to be a long while before we can actually afford them. But there is Tobias over here, or rather Tobias, and let's go see what he has to say while he's bugging us. Where'd that chump going off to? Wait, I know that face, you're Crick. Yeah? I can confirm. Haha, I finally found you, you thieving little punk. I got words for you, see? We got problems. Not the least of which that you made the Tobias hike all the way out here just to chew you out. You're playing data probes all over lately, yeah? Make you feel good. Make you feel like the big man of a campus. Well, yank them back out, every last one, you hear me? You've been costing me a fortune, and I am not the kind of man that likes folks messing with his wallets. We clear? What are you talking about? Wait, you mean you've been raiding people's turf without even realizing it? Well, here's the deal. Every pseudo-data probe you stick in the ground cuts into the numbers of users accessing the mine. That clear enough for you? I've been sitting there watching my profits drop day by day, and I don't like it one bit. Huh? The light bulb? Ah, who gives a crap? I'm talking about cash here, pal. My cash! Look, pal, if brains were dynamite, you couldn't blow out your nose. Let me spell it out for you real slow. All the money in New LA is mine. Any of those cowards want to know about the world outside, they can keep accessing my research data probes, just like they always have. What are you talking about? This is not right. Rules, duty? Forget that noise. I'm talking about cash here, pal. Cold, hard credits. You get me? I got no time for your stupid excuses, so if you don't listen to me, that's fine. Enough talk. We're gonna have a little wager to see who's the real boss around here. Easy there, you mad dog. I ain't talking violence. All the medical bills are a waste of money. I'm saying we race to earn 70 large with Frontier Nav. That's 700,000 credits. Rather, 70,000 credits, in case you're so slow. Loser does whatever the winner says. Well, you gonna accept, or are you chicken? You get a duplicator probe for this, so it's actually well worth it to do this one. He's stalling for a fight. We gotta shut him up by using the Frontier Nav. The root of all evil. Ha! The deal is done, and you, pal, are the world's biggest idiot. You even know who I am? I'm a damn genius Pathfinder, a prodigal. Ain't nobody can out-earn me, at least of all some little punk like you. I'm gonna ringing 70,000 credits out of the Frontier Nav so fast, your head will spin right off your body. Right the hell off of it. Bruh. You know, it'd be hilarious if the credits actually applied right now, because credit-wise, you have to wait 15 minutes regardless in-game time. So, unfortunately, we have to do something while we're waiting. Thankfully, though, this means I can actually go to different mission control and see what we have left. We got a lot of missions that are able to be taken care of, so let's go ahead and go after certain one of them. Although, I think I'm just gonna cancel certain ones of them because I don't need them, and honestly speaking, I've been ignoring these bounties outright speaking because they're not necessary in the slightest. Unless I touch them, I really don't care. So let's go ahead and cancel several of them because I don't need them anymore, and honestly, it's a waste of my time to waste my time on certain missions. Harpicas in the day, actually that's a pretty good thing. It's actually a level 48, and it's probably the highest bounty one. Yes, quite. Testator, table, trobe, nope. So technically speaking, you can also find certain missions that can actually be, you know, necessary for things, but regardless of that, I don't really worry about this too much. Certain ones are also search requests, so I actually will go ahead and grab them because search requests are really worth it because you get new dogs, and it's actually one of the things I like in this game because, of course, we always like the puppies. You will like dogs, and you will like it. Yes. Unfortunately, though, that's all I can really get right now, so yeah, let's go after the dog while we're waiting for the credits to actually roll in. So, by the way, in case you're wondering if I don't have to worry about it, guess what? I managed to do this ahead of time and managed to get the actual Fortun nav up enough just so that way I can actually beat him in the competition. Haha! I am faster than that. Anyway, let's go find a dog, why shall we? The location of the dog, unfortunately, is located in the search request of the cavernous abyss, which is very bad because that abyss is actually one of the worst areas in the game. You're probably going to be knowing that, yes, you're going down an area that you've not been to before. We are here, and it's foggy. I hate when the fog happens. Stop doing that to me. I hate fog. Fog is my mortal enemy. Let's go ahead and start flying and immediately go over where the beagle is located. Because I need a dog, dang it. I said I need a dog. Where is the puppy? Puppy! Ironically enough, I think I'm fine with dealing with enemies here because, honestly speaking, levels don't matter. And I think I can take care of them while I'm up here as well. So, there's that involved. Now, unfortunately, the dog itself is located down below from your nav reports. Anyway, it should be down below. Let's go down below and search for it. Dive down. We have to start diving. Cavernous abyss. Not exactly the fun world to deal with because, as you see, this guy, not fun. Glider is a very annoying move, and I really don't like it. But since you have 3 characters in the party, it should make this a little bit easier to deal with. Although, it seems like no one's targeting it, which is a little bit saddening. Let's go ahead and concentrate our fire. There we go, and there we go. Let's keep targeting the tail. And let's keep targeting your body, and unfortunately, there we go. Broke the tail. And there we go. Ooh, a lot of damage. Thunder shot, a little bit annoying, but it's fine. Well, that's bad. I smacked the other one. That is bad. That is very bad. The flying shield, and I lost a body part somewhere. Where'd my body part go? Oh, you fell all the way down. Really? Why are you all the way down there? The beagle's right there. All right, you are bothersome right now. Please just die already. All right, no. I'm going to get this dang binding out of the way and get more mounts. I'm definitely going to need this because it's going to be another overdrive. All right, the GP's back to max again. All right, there we go. There we go. Now it's just you left, which is actually pretty easy because this guy's by himself. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and get our melee attack up, and then let's do this again. My attempt for going down there was completely miserable. They got attacked me immediately, so not fun. All I gotta do in order to get this out of the way, but then again, to be fair, I am trying to burn off time just trying to get access to the items I need. Tobias is, by the way, not located anywhere in the map right now. We have to wait for him to actually reappear in the map again, so you cannot bug him about it afterwards. Unfortunately, the dang thing is annoying. The cavernous abyss is at the very bottom of the layer cave, so we're gonna actually have to be going up and then down. Honestly, it's the worst thing about this area, and I really don't like it. Now, I'm gonna make this easier for myself. I'm gonna make sure I don't accidentally kill myself this time with this one. I'm gonna fly up, and this time I'm going to actually just jump down out of the scallops, that way the enemies don't target me. I used 2 fuel patches just to get myself immediately healed. Good grief. Or rather, frame patches. It's a little bit annoying that I have to deal with that, but I had no choice because I was damaged too much. Thankfully, though, for my sanity, all I have to do in order to avoid the dang area to get the dang beagle is go down here and immediately land right over here. I think I can avoid the enemies right now. There we go. Daggers go immediately, and I think I can stop these guys from being skull happy. Dude, where are you? Hell, there you are. Okay. Now, the location of where the land is a little bit dicey. I think I have to be right about here in order to make it. Let's see. I miss it. I am so foobarred. Okay, I landed on solid ground again. I can actually see where I'm going now. I know I'm underneath it. That's the issue. And we have finally reached the area. There we go. Sheesh, what a pain. Very annoying, Beagle. Why are you over here anyway? You stupid dog. Give me look mad. We got the runaway dog, and now the Beagle is in an NLA base. Good grief. I don't know what you were thinking, you stupid dog. You make me look mad. Oh, I couldn't resist the joke. So we just have to wait 15 minutes at best, which is not long. We've done a lot of things done already, and honestly, it's pretty easy. At this point, I would not recommend, outright speaking, any of the dang skulls in the shop terminal right now because they're not necessary. You can get new gear, though. Let's go ahead and see what predictive gear we can actually get right now, which I don't want to do by shop lineup. No, I want to do by required level. You can get 55 at best. You can find 50 gear, though, out at the field. So I would recommend just going to field gear instead rather than anything else in the game. If you want weapons, though, you technically can get the level 50 gear right here. Although I wish it would stop going for the dang level, non-level difference. Intrepid Glaive is the next glaive that you want to grab, which is actually a really good glaive. It's really good. But these glaives are even better. And honestly, I like them a lot. Tournament Sword is actually a good base weapon that can destroy insectoids, which is actually pretty good. The Pride. And there's a lot of other weapons you can possibly grab right now. Unfortunately, since I don't have a maxed out area right now, or rather maxed out AMs, I can't get the best weapons in the game with the higher slots. We will be worrying about that for a while. In the meantime, though, I will be grabbing this firearm as well because it's actually better than my old one. Because, man, oh man, are my weapons outdated as balls. Unfortunately, a lot of weapons that I have right now, ironically enough, are very much outdated, and I'd rather get the better weapons for the other characters because, man, oh man, as it does suck. Assault rifle, let's go grab you and get the Sparrow Ray Tide, I believe. No, I don't want to give him the Ray Tide. Instead, I'm going to give him potential up and range accuracy. There we go. I will worry about those other ones later, but Alexa here can actually, you know, take care of things entirely. Let's go ahead and get the, I believe it's this one. And then let's give her a Javelin as well. I believe the last thing I want to grab her for is the Intrepid Javelin. Very good. I want to get that out of the way. And L is actually very behind in terms of, well, gear, because this gear is outdated from all the way to level 23. Yeah, I'm not kidding. This is why I am annoyed at the fact that I did not actually pay attention to the gear for other characters. And it's been kicking me in the teeth lately. Yeah, not kidding. So let's go ahead and grab this out of the way. There we go. Everyone has new weapons now, and I don't have to worry about them for a little bit. I am going to be instead waiting 15 minutes until he's done. We just have to wait for Frontier now to use it in a single return. So I'll be right back while we wait. Looks like we're all done. That didn't take long to get at all. Honestly, pretty easy. Hello, Tobias. I have managed to complete your challenge. What? Yes. How goes, you thieving little punk? Bad, huh? Me? I'm just shy of that 70 grand. You even got 2 nickels to rub together yet? Come on. Just bow down and admit defeat already. I've completely... The hell are you laughing about, pal? You gone cray... What? You got the full 17,000 Simlimal runes? Nah, there ain't no way you beat old Tobias. You're lying, dog. I'm gonna prove it right. Ah, hell. Fine, you got it. But how the hell did you get it so fast? I'm going foul on that sturdy pool. That ain't possible, you hear me? You dirty, cheating flink. I will not tell you my secret awesome techniques. What? I know every Frontier no truck in the book. Hell, I wrote that book. I've been at this for a lot longer than you, pal. So why? Why, huh? Why? What are you doing that I ain't? Are you gonna spew the same pap Chrissy did about your love for Frontier Nav? Barf. No, this doesn't count. I won't accept it. This ain't over by a long shot. I'm gonna find every last person who accesses your radio search probes and make sure they go back to watching mine. Enjoy your puddling profits. Till then, chump. Rah! Somebody's delusional. We got a duplicator probe after doing that. He is certainly upset. We also get a lot of money for that, so it's also pretty good to get that out of the way. We have a lot of money left to go, and honestly, I am really excited to get more of these dang money out of the way. Now, we're pretty much on the way done. We have actually also got Meridian maxed out again, so... Now then, there is a lot of missions still left. Believe me, I still have a lot of missions left. But we've actually managed to clear a lot of the chunks of missions that I really was worried about. And to be perfectly honest with all of you, we've been doing a lot of normal missions for the past almost 10 episodes at this point. So at this point, I think we're gonna stop here for today with the normal missions. And we're gonna head back into the Banthurst because next time on Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, we will be finally starting Chapter 11. The chapter that requires 10% of Skuldros, 9 lives, and boot camp to be done. Nagi is also not available for this mission. So, see you all next time.